Hey Randy!
Hi Phil!
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you guys? Awesome. Can you believe it's been another week since our last Kids Church?
I know.
All that time ago since we were looking at God's promises and Noah's Ark.
We had all the animals, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's why we've got our animals up there
That's right.
to remind us about Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And God keeps his promise.
Oh, and I tell you what I saw this week. I saw a rainbow. Oh, let me show you the picture. Yeah, look, you should be able to see it as well on the screen. Look, how cool is that? I know it's a bit faint, but I thought it was really cool.
That's awesome. Did it remind you of our story?
Yeah, and it reminded me that God always keeps his promises.
Oh, great.
So that's our second one. Our first one was creation, wasn't it? Because that's our tree that we made.
God created everything.
Yeah.
Even the rainbow.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool.
So today, we've got another story.
Okay, yeah. Oh, about stars, yeah?
Oh, there are stars in it.
Yeah.
Look, I've got my special starry pillow for today.
Nice. Well, tell you what, I've ordered a special surprise.
Have you?
Yes, but I'm getting a little bit impatient.
Oh.
Because it says it should have arrived already.
Oh.
They promised me it arrived already, but it hasn't here.
Do you think that they've done that thing where they deliver between 9 and 5 and you don't know when it's going to come?
Maybe. I'm just so bored of waiting for it. I'm so excited to show everybody what I'd ordered.
Yeah, well, you have to just be patient, Phil.
Okay.
But anyway, in the meantime, our story today is about a guy, and his name's on the board. Can you see it?
Abraham. Oh, Abraham.
This is the name of our main character today. So we're going to learn all about his story, and we'll have to wait for Haley and Simon so they can tell us about how Abraham...
Oh, are they going to jump into the book again?
Here they are.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
They're going to tell us all about Abraham and why the stars are important in our story.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but first, we're going to do a song.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Hang on, I think...
We're going to practice your dancing. Oh, you're warming up.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea to jump up, find some space in the room, and warm up your muscles like Phil is. Okay, let's dance.
A little I just wanna sing your love forever. Just wanna praise you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna praise you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna sing your love forever. Just wanna praise you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna praise you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna sing your
Good dancing, everybody. Well done. Phil's still going. He's really enjoying it today, aren't you, Phil?
I am.
Brilliant. Perfect.
Thanks.
So, we're going to go to the story now. We're going
Awesome.
to see what Simon and Hayley have to say about Abraham and the stars.
Oh.
Six hundred and 673, 674, 675.
Hey Simon,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
just counting the stars.
Oh,
So many of them to count. Oh no, I've lost count now.
oh, sorry.
I'll start again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
You know what, actually,
Four.
this could probably take quite a lot of time because there are loads of stars. Do you just want to tell me why you're counting the stars?
There just look so many of them. I was looking up at the sky tonight and I just thought, I wonder how many there are.
Fair question.
I don't know is the answer.
No.
Too many to count. I think millions maybe.
Yeah, I would agree. Do you know what, actually, I know a Bible story that talks about how many stars there are in the sky.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I might know one about Abraham.
Yeah, Abraham.
Ah, yeah.
So this seems like a good opportunity for us to jump into the book to check out the story a bit more.
Let's do it.
Okay, let me find the right one. Here we go. Okay, are you ready to jump into the book?
Born ready.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Where are we?
Well, this is a place called Haran.
Haran.
Yeah, that's where Abraham lived.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Is that Abraham there?
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you see what he's doing?
Looks like he's talking to himself. Why is he talking to himself?
He's not talking to himself, he's talking to God.
Ah, of course.
God's telling Abraham that he wants him to leave his home in Haran and to go to another land.
Oh, no.
I know.
Why would he want to do that? He'd have to leave his family and his sheep.
Well, God didn't tell Abraham why he wanted to go somewhere or even where he had to go. All God said to Abraham was, "Trust me."
Oh, not sure I could do that. Well, what did Abraham do?
Let's find out. God carried on talking to Abraham. He said, "If you trust me, your children will become a great nation." But Abraham was quite confused because he wondered how his wife could have any children because she was so old.
Oh, yeah, that's his wife there.
Yeah,
What's her name? Sarah?
yeah.
Ah,
I wonder what she's cooking. It smells amazing.
it does smell good. It makes me hungry. She doesn't look that old.
That's very kind of you to say. I think she was quite old.
Okay.
So Abraham thought it was a bit of an odd thing to say that he would have lots of children because his wife was so old. But can you guess what God said to Abraham?
Don't know.
He said, "Trust me."
Trust me.
Again.
His wife's too old to have children, and he says, "Trust me."
Yep.
So what happened next?
Let's see.
Look, there's loads more stars. Oh, let me count them. 1, 2, 3,
No, we've not got time to count the stars.
4, 5.
The important thing is that we know what God said next. He said to Abraham, "Go where I tell you to go, and you will have more descendants than there are stars in the sky."
More descendants than the stars?
Yeah,
Wow.
that is a lot.
That's loads.
Yeah. And God said that they will bless the whole world.
Right.
What else do you think God said?
Did he say, trust me?
He did say, trust me.
Oh, he says that a lot at the moment.
He does, he does.
Alright, so, wait. He wants Abraham to move house.
Yep.
He says Sarah's too old to have children and he's going to make her have children and that
Yep.
those children are going to count more than the number of stars in the sky.
Yeah.
And he just says, trust me.
Yep.
Well, what happened next?
Let's see. So, it looks like Abraham did trust God.
Wow.
He took Sarah and his nephew and everything they owned, and he went to the land of Canaan.
Canaan?
Yeah, it was the promised land from God.
Wow. He was brave to trust God, moving to a place he doesn't even know.
Yeah, and taking all of his stuff with him. That was a lot of things to take.
That was. So, he's going to the land of Canaan.
Yep.
Well, what happens next? Wait, what's Abraham up to now?
He's building an altar for God.
An altar?
Yeah, because God said, I'll give you this land for you and your children. And Abraham wanted to do something to worship God and show that he was grateful.
So he built an altar for God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So he's arrived at the land.
Mhm.
He's not had children yet. So what happens next?
Let's see.
It's a lovely fire.
It is.
Abraham looks really happy.
Yeah, he does.
What's
So-
happened?
This is the altar that he built for God. So what Abraham did was he travelled around the promised land of Canaan and was so glad that he had trusted God that he built another altar and gave thanks to God for all of his promises.
Ah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of reminds me of the story last week. How Noah trusted in God and God kept his promise.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
it is.
Can't wait for next week's story.
Me too. Right, shall we?
Let's go.
Oh, that was a cool story, wasn't it? But why haven't they finished that story? I'm fed up of waiting for stuff. They want me to wait until next week to find out, did he have children? Didn't he have children? Did God fulfill his promise? Didn't he fulfill his promise? And do you know who else hasn't fulfilled their promise? Amazon. My parcel still hasn't arrived. I'm so fed up. Oh, I'll tell you what. Mandy's not here. I'm going to read the rest of the story. You ready? So let me get the Bible app up. Okay, so, right. So God promised Abraham, yeah, we know he promised him, right? But Abraham and his wife Sarah were too old to have children. Okay, yeah? 20 years went by. Still Abraham trusted God's promise. When he was 100 and Sarah was 90, God reminded the promise. Sarah, she's going to have a baby. It's coming true. She's going to have this baby. There it is. He's been born. Oh, that's so cool. Sarah was so joyful that she laughed. God had brought me laughter, she said. So they named their son Isaac, which means he laughs. Oh, that's so cool.
Hey Phil!
Hi,
What
Mandy.
are you doing?
I'm reading the next part of the
What?
story.
What? You couldn't wait till next
I
week?
couldn't. I'm sorry, Mandy.
Goodness. Right. So
Do you want to know what happens though?
What happens? Come on.
Don't be like that.
What happens?
Like, so you know, Abraham and Sarah were waiting for God to fulfill his promise,
Yeah.
and he said that Abraham was going to have a child.
Yeah.
Well, Abraham was 100 and Sarah was 90,
Wow.
and do you know what happened?
They were still waiting.
They were still waiting, but then they had a child. Sarah was 90.
They had a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Well-
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, And Sarah was so joyful that she laughed, so she called their son Isaac, which means he laughs.
Oh, little baby Isaac. Oh,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So,
Do you know what though?
yeah.
I think within that story that Hayley and Simon showed us, Abraham had to trust God lots.
Yeah.
Like for even more than his future baby.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
God asked them to move house.
Yeah.
And God asked them to just pick up everything and go. And Abraham did it.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine leaving my house, can you?
Not just upping and leaving like that, no.
And then they had to wait so long because that's where the stars come in.
Yeah, yeah.
Because God said, look at the stars, you're going to have this many descendants. Do you know what that means?
That many descendants?
No, as many as there are stars.
That's a lot.
That means that there would be lots and lots of people that would be in his family.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
lots and lots of different generations.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had to wait until he was what? How old did you say?
100!
He had to wait till he was 100.
Do you reckon he got a telegram from the Queen?
I reckon he must have.
Yeah, yeah. Or perhaps he's in the wrong country, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I tell you what, do you trust me?
Maybe.
Okay, stand up.
Okay.
Face that way.
Do you trust him? Well, I'm a bit nervous, Phil.
Come on.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to sit down. And I want you, on the count of 3, to fall backwards. Are you ready?
And you're sitting down?
I'm sitting down, look.
You just want me to fall onto the floor?
Yep. But do you trust me?
Okay,
Ready?
okay.
1, 2, 3.
You got me!
See? You can trust
I
me!
do trust you. Oh. Do you trust me?
No.
Oh.
Alright. What have you got?
I have got a special obstacle course for you to do.
Okay.
But
Right.
you have to trust me.
Okay.
I'm going to blindfold you.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can't see, and you're just going to have to listen to what I say
Okay.
and trust that I won't let you bump your head.
Okay.
Are you up for it, Phil?
Yeah, I reckon I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah? You trust me enough? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. Phil, are you ready?
I was born ready. What?
Okay, do you trust me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, you're going to have to blindfold yourself. Go on then, blindfold yourself for our obstacle course. I'm going to show them where you'll be going. So, he's going to be going around this couch. Then he's going to be stepping over that blue box. Then he's going to be weaving in and out of these chairs. And then going underneath the table to the end. That's what he's going to be doing. Are you ready for that, Phil? I'm going to
Yes,
direct you. Can you see anything?
Not a thing.
How many fingers am I holding up?
15.
Oh, good. He can't see. Okay, so Phil, first thing you're going to have to do is
Yep.
step to your right. And again. Now step forward. And forward. One more small step. Yep, perfect. Okay, now the blue box is right in front of you, so you're going to have to step right over it. So do a big, long step over it. Yes, perfect. Brilliant. Good job. Okay, now step to your right. And again. And one more. Okay, now you're about to step in between the chairs, and there's not very much room.
Okay.
Not very much room at all. So you're going to have to turn to your side. Either side is fine. Yep. And now side step to the left. Careful. Very small gap here. Keep sidestepping. You can feel the chair, can't you?
Yep.
Okay. You're almost through it. You're almost through. Okay. One more side step. One more. Okay. Now, step forward. And again. And again. You're almost at the table. You should be feeling it with your hand now. Yep, one more little step forward. And now turn yourself to the right. So you're right in front of the table now. You're going to have to duck down. Make sure you feel where the table is so you don't hit your head. Duck down so you can crawl underneath the table. That's it. You have to crawl all the way to the end. I'll tell you when you're at the end, okay?
Tell me.
Okay, keep going, keep going. You're almost there, you're almost there. Oh! Not quite there yet, Phil.
Oh.
Almost there, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Your bottom's nearly out. There's something in front of you, so watch your head. Now you can stand up. Yay! You did it! How do you feel?
Bit silly because I didn't listen properly.
Okay, so that was my obstacle course, and Phil made it through, even though he did bump his head a little bit. So, if you want to try this at home, you can. Make sure you find mum or dad to help you, and then you can maybe set up some different things in your house. Maybe pillows you can step over, or a couch you can crawl around, or a chair you can crawl underneath, and you can see if maybe your siblings or mum or dad might help you through it, and see if you can trust them to get you through the obstacle course. So if you want to do that, you can pause it now, but I'm going to quickly tidy up my obstacle course. All right. Oh, Phil, are you all right?
Oh, I'm alright. It just hurts a little bit.
Oh,
Should have listened a bit harder.
you silly
I
goose.
stood up too fast at the end there. I should have trusted you a bit more and listened and waited. I was so excited that was almost at the end, and then stood up too quick.
Being quite impatient today, aren't you?
Very
Has your bar
impatient.
still come yet?
No. Why would you remind me?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
But do you know what? Thinking about it, Abraham must have had some real trust and real patience to have waited as long as he did.
Do you think maybe at one point he kind of thought, right, this isn't happening, God's not gonna come through?
Probably. I reckon he might have done it at some point in time. And
It must
Sarah,
have
to
been
be
hard.
fair.
It must have been hard.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't a small promise either, it was a big
No.
promise. Like, there's a lot of stars in the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really amazing though, isn't it, that when we trust God that much, that God, no matter what, keeps his promises, and it goes beyond our imagination. And sometimes, your imagination, you just try and think about these things, and it's just so big, isn't it? Like thinking about how many stars there are in the sky.
Do you know how many stars there are in the sky, Phil?
Don't know. Oh, perhaps it's time. Do you think it's time?
I think it's time.
Let's go for it. Hey guys, hope you're all right. Oh. Hey guys, hope you're okay and having a good time. Hey guys, it is that time of the week again for Fun Facts with me, Phil. So, this week we're going to look at stars, and I've got a load of facts about stars for you. So let's put the minute timer up, and in 3, 2, 1, go. A star is a massive bright sphere of hot gas called plasma, which is held together by its own gravity. Most of the stars in the universe are red dwarfs. They twinkle because of movement in the Earth's atmosphere. Many stars come in pairs called binary stars. There are some groupings with up to 4 stars. The smaller the star, the longer they live. Giant stars are bright but tend to burn out fast. The nearest star to Earth is the Proxima Centauri. It is 4.2 light years away, meaning that you'd have to travel at the speed of light for 4.2 years to get there. The Sun is around 4.5 billion years old. There are approximately between 200 and 400 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy alone. Each galaxy holds hundreds of billions of stars, and there are estimated to be 100 billion galaxies in the universe. So the total number of stars in the universe is mind-boggling 76 trillion, which is but could be as high as 300 sextillion. That's 300 0.0000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 something more about stars this week. But it's back over to Mandy and Phil.
Mind blown! I didn't know any of that stuff, did you?
See, that's the benefit of Fun Facts with Phil. Learn something new every week.
I do learn something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Well, I tell you, this whole story this week has just been a bit mind-blowing, hasn't it? Like, just the fact that God promised that Abraham's descendants would outnumber all of the stars in the sky.
That's so many.
That is so many.
Do you know what, Phil? The Bible talks about everyone as being a descendant of Abraham.
Like, even me.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does. It talks about that. So we're gonna do a song about our story.
are we?
Yeah.
Oh, I like a good
So
song.
we're gonna have to stand up. Come on,
Oh,
stand up, stand up.
right.
Now find a big space in the room. You might want to make sure you're not as close as me and Phil, because you're going to need your arms and your legs, and you're going to have to do some spinning around. Are you ready?
I was
Yeah.
born
He's
ready.
going to talk all about how Abraham had lots and lots of sons, and that means daughters as well, but lots and lots of sons.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Right. Follow the screen, and you'll pick it up really easy.
Let's go for it.
Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right on. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm, right foot. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. Well, I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm, right foot, left foot. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. Well, I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm, right foot, left foot. Nod your head. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm, right foot, left foot. Nod your head, turn around. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. Oh, I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm, right foot, left foot. Nod your head, turn around, jump up and down, clap your hands, stomp your feet. Say amen. Amen. Say amen. Amen. Come on, say amen. Amen. Jump up and down, clap your hands, and stomp your feet. Come on, say amen. Amen. Now sit down.
Hi guys, welcome to the prayer corner. So, we're going to be looking at today's story as always, so you need to find your comfy space. I've got my beanbag, I've also got a special pillow this week, and we've got the prayer bear. So, find your comfy space now and bring with you whatever you want to use to help you to pray. So, as always, you can bring painting, building, books, colouring, whatever you want, you can bring to help you to pray. I have got my special pillow, as I said earlier, and it's been helping me with the story today because of all the stars on it. So it's going to help me with prayers as well. And I'm thinking that maybe you have something in your house that has stars on it too. Maybe it's a pillow like mine, or maybe it's a box, maybe it's a toy that has a star on it. Maybe you could go find that now, and that will help you with prayers. If you don't have something in your house with stars on it, maybe you could cut some out. I cut some out of silver paper, and I've got some stars here that could help me with prayers as well. So whatever you want to grab to help you, you can go find that now. I'm going to arrange mine in front of me here, and my stars. Okay, are you ready? So, going to have a little bit of a think about the story and look at some wondering questions. So, have your stars thing in front of you, or your cut out star in front of you, or you might like to cut them out as you think about the story. It's up to you. We're going to think about how Abraham trusted in God. And look at your star, because that was kind of like a symbol for Abraham, wasn't it? When he looked up at the stars in the sky, I bet he always remembered, oh yeah, God promised me that, and it helped him to trust in God. So have a look at your star whilst you think about these questions. I wonder, how do you think Abraham felt waiting for God's promise? I wonder, do you think he ever stopped trusting God? Why? I wonder, do you trust God? I know I think Abraham was amazing for trusting in God for so long. And sometimes, to be honest, I find it hard to trust God sometimes when things are bad. It's hard to see God in that, isn't it? And it's hard to trust him. But I remember all of the promises from last week. So I've got my rainbow up over there. Hopefully you can see it. Or maybe you even have yours from last week as well. And I look at that and I think, in the Bible it says that God will always love me. And I trust God that he would always love me. I trust God that he will never leave me, that he will always comfort me, that he'll always help me, he'll always be faithful, and he'll always keep me safe. And of course, that he always keeps his promises. I can trust God for those things. Even when I'm feeling sad, I can trust that God loves me. Even when I've done something that maybe I shouldn't have, I know that God will never leave me. Even when I can't find anyone to help me, I can trust that God will always be there to help me. Even when I don't feel like God is close to me, I can trust that he's always going to be faithful. So those are the kinds of things that I trust in God for. And I wonder what you trust in God for. Maybe you want to, if you've got a star in front of you, maybe you want to think about, or maybe write on the star, what you trust God for. So, I'm just going to pray for you. You can obviously carry on whatever you're doing for prayer time, but I'm going to pray for you and with you now. Dear Jesus, thank you that Abraham trusted in you. Please help us to trust in you too. Amen. Amen.
Play a little bit of guitar, and then face your partner. Here we go. God can do anything, anything at all. God can do anything, anything at all. Nothing is too big for him, and nothing is too small. God can do anything, anything Don't put him in a box. Don't put him in a box. Don't shove him in a corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Don't put him in a box. Don't shove him in a corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Let's go faster. God can do anything. God can do anything, anything at all. Nothing is too big for him and nothing is too small. God can do anything, anything at all. Don't put him in a box, don't shove him in a corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Don't put him in a box, don't shove him in a corner. Don't you limit what he can do. God can do anything, anything at all. God can do anything, anything at all. Nothing is too big for him and nothing is too small. God can do anything, anything at all. Don't put him in a box, don't shove him in a corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Don't put him in a box, don't shove him in a corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Really, really fast. God can do anything, anything at all. God can do anything, anything at all. Nothing is too big for him and nothing is too small. God can do anything, Don't put him in the box. Don't put him in the box and shove him in the corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Don't put him in the box and shove him in the corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Give me a hand wave. Yeah, yeah. Bit of guitar to finish. It's there somewhere. And then check this out.
I suppose you think you're clever singing that fast. That's not fast. This is fast. Don't put him in the box and shove him in the corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Don't put him in the box and shove him in the corner. Don't you limit what he can do. Yeah, yeah. Let's see you beat that thing, clever pants.
Awesome. I love a bit. Get a bit confused though sometimes. Yeah. Hope you got it on with that as well at home. Good job. Good job. So, Mandy, I'm really disappointed because I wanted my parcel to arrive.
I know you did, but you just had to wait.
Did you hear that?
I did, did you?
I think it's a dog. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay, quickly. Ooh, I hope he's got it.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Oh,
Cheers.
it sounds like he does have it. Can't wait to see what it is.
Look, it's arrived. It's arrived.
What's in it?
I'll let you open it.
A star. From the
Look.
sky.
You'll find out.
Star from the sky. I don't know how you would have managed to order a star come out of the sky. Or did you?
You'll
I don't know. Amazon does a lot of things. They might pull stars out of the sky. You don't know. I can't! Ooh! There's another box.
There's the box.
Within the box. There's got lots of stars.
A box
in it.
within a
I
box.
might be right. They would put a star in a star
They
box.
would. They
wouldn't
would.
Ooh! It is a star! Look!
Check that out.
Trust in God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Phil.
Well,
That's great.
I figured it would help us to remember this week's story,
I think it will.
and it can go up on our board up here to help us remember each week. And it reminds us of our theme, because do you know what? 2 weeks now we've talked about God and His promises. We talked about the rainbow last week and how God, that showed about God keeping His promise. And then this week we talked about how God keeps His promises as well.
Absolutely.
So I want us to remember that we can trust in God because He always keeps His promises.
This is really cool, actually. You know those stars that you just made in prayer time? You could write that in there. And
Oh, that's a
remember
good idea.
that you need to trust in God. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thanks for ordering that, Phil.
I'm glad it arrived. I was getting so irritated. I was going to be really sad if it hadn't turned up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust is a must.
Yes, indeed.
Right, we're going to put that up on the board for next week, but I think we're all finished for this
Yeah, we
week,
are.
aren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
So,
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We hope you had a good
really
week.
nice to have you.
Yeah.
We'll see you again next week for a whole nother story.
Wow, another one. Wow.
It's exciting, isn't it? Getting through the Bible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Indeed. Take care, guys. Bye.